guys, hey, welcome to Mondays with Marc. I'm Marc, and this is SmokeySteveAndMarc. Yes, it still is. Welcome back. Oh, it's nice to see you. How are you anyway? As always, I hope this video finds you happy and healthy and well and always trying to stay positive. Oh, I know you are anyway. Oh my gosh, you know what? We have such a fun show tonight. You know, we are going to be saying goodbye to summer, but more importantly, we're going to be saying hello to autumn. Oh yeah, autumn officially begins this Thursday. Yep, that's the 22nd. Ooh, and I couldn't be more thrilled. So I thought it would, only be so appropriate to do a little summer send-off video. What do you think? And oh my gosh, we're going to be going into the kitchen. We have a recipe, and we have our first autumn DIY of the season too. But first, let's get caught up. How the heck are you doing anyway? Oh, I hope you're doing good. I do. We're doing well here, Of course, still planning the wedding, still kind of settling everything in. We're pretty good with the apartment. We just have to finish our front bedroom, which is, AKA the studio. It's about half done. So yeah, we did get some work done on it, But it's kind of, sad to say goodbye to summer. But not really, because autumn is like a new beginning for me. For me, autumn is definitely like a new beginning, right? Out of all the seasons, autumn for me is definitely like, I don't know, it's my favorite time of the year. The air is crisp, like people just seem to be in a better mood. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. Everyone asks, why is autumn your favorite time of year? And I just say, why wouldn't it be, right? I don't know. Any other autumn lovers out there? Yeah, I think you know what I'm saying. But, it is kind of sad to say goodbye to summer. We had quite the summer here. A lot of things happened. Of course, we had the move, and that was really a big deal for us, well, I don't know really who really totally digs change, but change is always pretty frightening, I think, for most people, And a move, of course, is a pretty big change, And we had to do it rather quickly, but turned out all good because it was the best move we ever did, really. And of course, the wedding was finalized. I should say the wedding date was finalized and all the planning for that. And what else? Oh, well, we had the starting of a great garden, right? And now all of those plants are like in pots here all over the place. We got onions out on the porch. We got, well, I made enough videos about it, but oh, who cares? I love it. I love plants and I love doing container gardening, so it's great. And I'm looking forward to next year and getting outside and putting a garden in out here. Ooh, that's exciting too. But yeah, so it was a pretty eventful summer. We didn't go on a trip or anything like that, but it was eventful and it was fun. So, but basically overall, I'm glad summer's over. Goodbye, summer, right? And hello, autumn. But yeah, no, we're pretty settled in. Of course, I just want to get that front room finished because it's just like making me nuts in my head, trying to keep up with everything else going on in life and knowing that I still have work to do in there. It's just like always on my head. I wish I could put it aside. I don't know. But I think, within a week it'll be done. And actually, my goal, we have so much fun content coming up, and my goal is to have it completely finished for the starting of Spooky Steve and Marc. Ooh, and that's coming up. Y'all know the date. It's the first Monday in October. So this year it's October 3rd begins Spooky Steve and Marc. Another thing I'm totally stoked about, But other than that, everything is good here. All the kitties are doing well. I just had to share, a couple pretty darn adorable pictures of them for you. Yeah, they're doing real good. Oscar's pretty much totally out of his shell now. We've been leaving the door open every day, and he's been coming out a little more and more, and Bandit just goes in and lays down. They don't fight or anything, so So that's all pretty well. Well, you know what? Okay, so I've just been talking and talking and talking, right? Okay, so we have a lot to get to tonight, so I do think we should get to it, okay? So up first, we're gonna head over into the kitchen, and I have a recipe for you that is so awesome, and it is a perfect end of summer, beginning of autumn recipe. Oh yeah, it celebrates both seasons. Come on, let's go make it. Summer lovin' in the dandelions. Oh, hey guys, hey! So we're back in the kitchen and we have another soup recipe today. Yep, I heard you. You wanted more soup recipes? Oh gosh. I am so happy to give them to you. Y'all know I love soup. Oh, I do. Well, anyway, so today's soup, oh, this is a perfect soup for the end of summer, welcoming in autumn. Oh, yeah, and this light soup is a fantastic way to use all those end of summer veggies from the garden. Today, we're going to be making a tilapia corn chowder. Oh, yes, it has fresh tilapia in it, too. Oh, it's so yummy, all right? So let's get started. What do we need? Here's our ingredients. So to start off, we need some type of cooking oil. I always use my cooking olive oil, you know that. In addition to that, we need 1 tablespoon of butter. And then in this bowl, we have 1 cup each of chopped onion and chopped celery. And, ooh, for added flavor, we have 4 green onions, which we sliced up and separated the whites from the greens, okay? And then over here, we have about a pound of russet potatoes here, and yep, they're from the garden too. Oh, I just have to show you. Look how funny this one looks. Ah, isn't that awesome? And look at the little baby ones. So cool, huh? I'm just gonna throw those right in there. We'll use those up. All right, back to the ingredients. We're also gonna need about 5 cups of chicken broth. You could also use vegetable or seafood broth. 1 pint of half and half. About 2 cups of fresh corn kernels. You could also use a standard 15-ounce can of corn or frozen corn too. Over here we have about 1.5 to 2 pounds of fresh tilapia, and I cut that up into bite-sized pieces. Okay, so we also have some cornstarch we're gonna need, salt, pepper, and for our herbage, we have about a tablespoon of fresh chopped up parsley, and we have a few twigs of thyme there, okay? And then down here, I have about 6 ounces of bacon, which I cooked until crispy. Let's get started, shall we? Okay, so in my pot here, I have 1 tablespoon of cooking oil and my 1 tablespoon of butter melted, and we're gonna set that to medium high, and we're gonna add our onions and celery right in there. Yes. Okay, and we're gonna let that cook down for 5 minutes. All right, and now we add our the white parts of our green onions right in there, and then we're just gonna saute that literally for 1 minute longer, okay? So next, at this point, we are going to add our broth. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, and our potatoes. Remember, that's about a pound of potatoes, and feel free to use the potato of your choice. I do think a Yukon Gold would go really nice in this too. Maybe some new potatoes, and we're gonna add our corn. Bam! And we're going to add our thyme and our parsley. Bum, bum, bum. And then, of course, a little bit of salt, and a little bit of pepper. My Pennsylvania pepper here. I love this stuff. Love it. Just love this. Oh, I'm getting low. Gosh, I gotta get more of that. Okay, so give that a quick stir there. And remember, we're on medium-high heat. So what we're gonna do is let this come to a boil, and like the second it comes to a boil, reduce that heat down to a simmer and let her cook for 8 minutes. Wait. I forgot to tell you something. Before we pour our broth into our pot, we're gonna take out a half a cup, okay? And we're gonna set it aside because we're going to need this later, okay? Okay. Sorry about that. Yes, all right, so it's been 8 minutes. Now, at this point, you want to kind of check your potatoes because, you know, depending on the size you cut your potatoes, you may want to leave it on for a minute or two longer. They're going to continue to cook, but what you want is you want to be able to put your fork through it, but it needs to give some perfect, and it needs to still be, you know, the equivalent of al dente pasta, if that makes sense. Okay, no, you want to be able to put your fork in it, and it should go in it easily, but with a little resistance there, okay? And we are just perfect. So now, at this point, oh yes, we're gonna add all of our tilapia all at once, just like that, okay? Yeah, we're gonna give that a stir, okay? And then we're going to season it again with another little bit of salt and pepper. See how we're like, you know, building these flavors? Oh yeah. So now what we're going to do is bring that back up to a simmer and let it go for 4 minutes. Okie dokie, check it out. Our fish is nice and cooked. Everything is ready to go. Ooh! Okay, so at this point, we have basically a brothy fish soup, and you absolutely could serve it like this if you'd like to. This would make a fantastic middle of summer soup. Oh, definitely. Very light, very brothy, but today we're making a chowder. So our next step, we're gonna stir in our half and half, and that would be 1 pint. You just pour it in just like that is fine. And we'll give that a little stir. Okay, just like that. Okay. And we're gonna add all of our broccoli. Broccoli, oh my gosh, I have broccoli soup on my mind. Oh my Lord. No, we're gonna add our bacon. That's what we're gonna add all at once. Give that a stir. Okay, nice. All right, so once again, we're gonna bring it back up to a gentle simmer and then turn it down to the lowest possible setting you have on your stovetop, okay? All right, so I turned my temperature all the way down to the lowest setting, and now we're gonna fish out our thyme. There he is. All right. Fish him out of there, put him on the side. Okay, and now we're gonna thicken this up just a little bit. Okay, so, and again, this is a personal preference. If you like it, you know, like this, a little more liquidy. Everybody has their own taste when it comes to thicker soups, I have found, you know. But we're going for a little more like a chowder here. So today we're gonna be thickening our soup with a slurry, okay? And that's where our broth that we saved comes into play, okay? We have about a half a cup of broth there, and by now it definitely should be at least room temperature. And then we have some cornstarch, and really we're just gonna eyeball this. We're gonna put in, I'll say a tablespoon or two. At this point, it doesn't matter, okay? And then we're gonna take a whisk and whisk that all up in there so there are no more lumps, all right? And this is very good. It's ready to go. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, and now we're just gonna do a little bit of time at a time until it reaches the consistency that you like, all right? So I'm gonna start pouring in, we'll start with about 1/3 of it there. I know it's not gonna be enough, but we're gonna stir it a little bit. And, you know, you'll see in just a little bit, it will start to thicken up. Now, cornstarch, you know, it won't thicken at all unless it reaches a certain temperature, okay? So starting off with it cold, we have to let that cornstarch reach the temperature. I think it's 203 degrees Fahrenheit that it has to reach before all of those starches are released and you get a thickening to your soups, okay? And, you know, if you're not familiar with a slurry, you can use that to thicken up gravies, soups, really even some desserts, too, I've used it for. So, all right, so I'm going to add a little bit more here. I'm anticipating that we're going to use it all, but, you know, we'll see after this one. Soup. Look, just perfect. Ooh, ooh. Okay, so the total amount of slurry that I used in our chowder today was 4 heaping tablespoons of cornstarch, and I added that to a total of 3/4 cup of water, and that yielded this consistency here, okay? And I think that is just perfect. So now it's time to serve this up. Let's do it now. Dun, dun, dun. Ooh, look at all this yummy goodness in here. Oh, and you know what? This is not like a fishy chowder at all. You know, tilapia is a nice light white fish. I mean, this is just perfect. This is so wonderful. And to finish things off, oh yes, the green tops from our green onions. We're just gonna put a little bit right in the center, just like that. And there you have it, our tilapia corn chowder. Steven! Yes. So, I was told that we have to taste all of our food whenever we make it on camera. I didn't last week. I didn't because I made it like, you know, the day before, so I didn't have it that night. So, will you do a little taste test?
I'd be happy to.
Okay, let me know what you think. This is our tilapia corn chowder. Now, why it's hot. Be very careful. It's so hot. Good? Yay!
If I could say a word to the Monday folks, hi. I thought it was going to be fishy. It's not fishy. It just has fish in it.
Good.
Very good. Very good.
Oh, good. I'm glad you like it.
I'll just take all this with me.
No, but there's enough of it. Oh my goodness, what'd you think of that recipe? It's definitely a keeper and definitely a must try. You gotta try it. I just love the fact that it's like 2 different soups in one. You could do that first one before we add the cream and all that to it as a brothy seafood soup, and then of course adding the half and half and everything, you have like a more proper seafood chowder. And trust me, it is not fishy at all. It isn't. It's pretty darn delicious, if I do say so myself. Perfect for end of summer and for autumn. Just perfect. So I had some last night. We don't have that much left. We'll just leave it at that, okay? Anyway, oh, did that scare me? Yeah, well, this is what happens when you get all your decorations over at the Dollar Tree and use duct tape to stick them to the wall, right? Hey, I did my best, right? Once we have the studio set up, well, it'll be a little different then. Oh, and guess what? I think you may already know, but in case you don't, we are smack dab in the middle of a giveaway! Hey guys, hey, we have some exciting news. We're getting married. That's not news. Okay, well, maybe that's not news. All right, you're right.
All right, what is news is that we're having a wedding giveaway.
Yes, we are. Oh, and I'm so excited, y'all. So, as you know, we are having a bar at the wedding, but we decided to have beer, wine, and a signature drink.
And that's where you come in.
Uh-huh. We want you to create our signature wedding drink. Oh, and you could use anything you want. Any kind of spirits, beer, wine, any type of mixtures, or any type of garnish.
But it has to be original.
Yes, it has to be original. We can't just grab a daiquiri and call it a SSAM daiquiri, you know.
Not that that's a bad thing.
No, that wouldn't be a bad thing.
So, what do they win?
Oh, I'm glad you asked. Okay, so we're not just having one winner. Oh, yes, 2 lucky winners will be chosen in this giveaway. Now for the grand prize, that'll be the signature drink that we choose to serve at our wedding. That person will win a $50 Amazon gift card. And the runner-up, that would be like all the other people who entered. We'll put all their names in a basket and we'll draw another winner. And that winner will get a $25 Amazon gift card. And both prizes include, of course, an SSAM gift pack. You know, t-shirts, buttons, stickers, all that kind of stuff.
Now you have until September 30th to enter.
Yes, you do. So get those drink creations in. You can send your drink recipe to us at SmokeySteveAndMarc@yahoo.com. You could also send it to us over on Instant Messenger through Facebook or Instagram Messenger too. Good luck, everybody. We can't wait to see what you come up with. And thank you for making our special day extra special. Ooh, I'm excited.
I am too.
I am too. I can't wait. Oh yes, it's time for our first autumn DIY. Oh, I'm so excited, aren't you? I know you are. You have to be, right? And today we're going to make an autumn heather topiary. Yep. So I saw these around a lot this year. They seem to be quite popular. And actually, I saw one at Big Lots too. They're selling them this year, and they're extremely expensive. And I just knew that we could put something together just as good for half the price. And that's what we're gonna make tonight, okay? So let's get started. What do we need? All right, well, first of all, we need a base for our topiary. And I'm just using a pot that I have, a planter here. And it was white, and I just took some gold spray paint and lightly sprayed around it just to give it a little hint of gold. I think it looks really nice, right? But you could use any type of container you'd like. Some of these from the dollar store, baskets, anything like that would work just fine. Nice thing about this project too, you can make your topiary in any size you like. So if you want to make a big tall one, just make sure that your base is, well, bigger, you know. So okay, so now we have our base. We also need some styrofoam to put down in the base. So I have 2 of these squares of styrofoam, craft styro they call it, and then I have 1 set of these. This is like foam, for floral foam, you know, and we're going to stack these, and I'll show you in a minute. So we have 2 of these, 1 of these, and then we also have a foam craft cone as well, okay? And we'll put that aside there, and then we're going to need our heather. It's called heather, yeah. So I got these over at the Dollar Tree, and I got 3 different colors here: orange, yellow, and this reddish burgundy color here, okay? And you can also find these online or at any craft store too, but I'm telling you, the Dollar Tree, it is the least expensive, okay? And I don't know exactly how many you're going to need, or I should say we're going to need to make this. It all depends on how large you want to make your topiary and how many you want to make as well. I think this would look great making a pair of these on either side of a doorway or a mantle, or just one if you have a little corner of your house that needs a little decoration like I do. I'm making one today. I know right where mine is going. And in addition to that, I got 2 of these heather ones that are a little bit longer and a little more flowing, okay? And then we're going to need some tacky glue. We need some wire snippers or really sharp scissors, a couple of dowel rods or wooden skewers, something like this, and your hot glue gun. I have mine ready to go here. And then finally, oh yeah, we're gonna need some moss too, okay? All right, let's get started, shall we? Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is get everything prepped and ready to go. So we're going to take our heather floral picks here, and we're going to separate them out, and we're going to snip them from the bottom of the whole pick here. So we're gonna snip each one up. It's very easy. They come right off like that. And like I said, you could use sharp scissors to do that as well. So you're gonna wanna do that to all of them. And then whenever you're done, you should have a whole bunch of them that look just like this, all right? So now those are ready. Let's assemble our base. So once your base is painted and ready to go, like all dried and everything, we're gonna put our first foam block. We're gonna fit right in the bottom, just like this. And then I use my glue gun just to kind of give it a little more support down in there. Hot glue will work perfectly for craft styrofoam. We will have a little issue with this here from the Dollar Tree. This isn't actually craft styro. This is like a softer, cheaper styrofoam. And sometimes hot glue won't work on this, okay? But we're gonna do something else with it, so no worries there, okay? Just test it out on your styrofoam first. If you have a setting on your glue gun, set it to the coolest temperature, not the hottest, okay? Because we don't want to melt through it, okay? So in the center of our first styrofoam block, I put a little wooden skewer down in there. This is just going to help give us a little more support for our topiary. And then we're going to put our second foam block right on top of it and just push down just like that. So we have two of them stacked like that, okay? And you don't have to do this exactly the way that I'm doing it. Of course, if you have old styrofoam from like packing material, just cut it down to size and use that. It will work perfectly well, okay? And we're not worried about any of the open space in here. We're gonna cover that all up later, okay? Now next, we're gonna take our floral foam here, and I just left the plastic on it, no worries there, and I put another dowel rod down in there, and we're gonna put it on top of this one, and I'm gonna add a little bit of hot glue to it just to give it a little more support there, like that. We're gonna kind of center it in there, and we're gonna push it down in. Okay, and then the rest of the way, just like that, all right? So now we have a stack like that, and of course you probably can guess, now we're gonna put the cone on top of this, and I did it exactly the same way with our wooden skewer, okay? Add a little bit of hot glue, push it right down on there, okay? Right. Now, if you're thinking about putting this outside and it might be exposed to some wind or in an area of your house where someone might knock into it or something, you may want to add a little bit of weight to the bottom of your bottom of the base here. And you can do that by just putting some sand in there or maybe some river rocks or something like that, just to make it a little more heavy, okay? Just a little idea there for you, okay? All right, so next, this is where our heather comes into play. So what we're going to be doing is, yeah, you guessed it, we're going to be poking these in all the way around, right? So starting at the bottom, we're just going to poke it in, well, here, we'll just do it right here and I'll show you. Okay, so we're going to poke that in there like that, all right? And notice how I did it up. We want it to be like up. We don't want it to go out sideways or anything. We're going to put all these in there going upwards, okay? And I guess that's pretty self-explanatory. We're just going to repeat, repeat, repeat all the way around until we get to the top, okay? Let's do it! There we go. Okay. You can see it. Good. There we go. There we go. Okay. So next step is our long ones. These ones here. Okay. So I snipped them away from the whole pick. I snipped them away, and these ones we're gonna trim a little bit shorter, like maybe 1 inch to 2 inches, because we want these to go all the way in. So here, I'll show you. Now we're gonna add these in. So just pick random places all the way around, know what I mean? So we'll put one right here, and we're gonna push it all the way in, There we go. So the stem is all the way in. There we go. And we have just a little bit hanging over like this, okay? So do that with whatever you have left here. And I'll see you in a second, okay? Right. Okay. Oh, look at how it billows. It just billows. I love it. All right. So the next step here. Okay, tuck in moss all in the places where you can see your styrofoam. And to do that, we're going to just use some tacky glue and just, you know, it doesn't have to dry, like, the moss will stick, okay? The glue is just going to help it stay on there a little more permanently, okay? So here, I'll do a little bit and show you what I mean. So we'll just start with a little piece. Just grab a little bit of your moss, and if you don't know, this is Spanish moss. There's also reindeer moss. There's all different types of moss. I do like this type of moss. I use it for a lot of my projects here. So let's see. Why don't we... All right, we'll try right here. So I'm just going to put like just some glue here. It's honestly, you can be as messy as you want. And then we're just going to kind of tuck in our moss like so. Spread it around. Go there. All right. And so on and so on and so on. We're going to cover the whole thing up, okay? Let's do this. Okay, so there we have it, just like that. And as you can see on the bottom, I also covered all of that up and had some of the moss coming down a little bit there at the bottom. So now, at this point, now this is totally optional, but I just found, oh yes, some fairy lights here. And they happen to be orange. Look, and with little leaves on them. So I'm gonna go ahead and weave these lights right into there. They're battery operated and they run on a timer. So when I'm done, I can tuck this little battery case down in the pot right in the back there so you won't even see it. All right, let's see how it looks, okay? Does. It looks really, really nice. Okay, good. All right. So now at this point, we're going to just take a look at our creation here. And then we're going to kind of, you know, just do some finishing touches on it. Like, is there too much greenery? Like, I think there's too much right here. So I'm going to snip him off. And there's there's a lot of these. I think I'll cut some of these up, maybe trim him up, add a little more moss if you need to. You know, just finishing touches. Oh, I'm kind of happy with it. Okay, there you have it. Our first autumn project of the season. Ah! How about that? Not bad, huh? I totally love how it turned out. And I don't know if I told you in the video, I can't remember, but literally it cost about $15 to make one of those. You know, now that doesn't include, like, I had the fairy lights and I already had the pot at the bottom, you know. But for all the stuff I purchased, it came to a little over 30 bucks, and I bought enough supplies to make two of them. So heck, for 15 bucks, did you see some? There's one there, I think it was Kirkland, $185 for a 36-inch one. Just, that's the size of the one we made. $185. Anyway, it really looks awesome. So anyway, oh my gosh, boy, we did a lot tonight, huh? I guess I should probably wrap this baby up a little bit. One other thing that is also coming to an end, with summer coming to an end, is our SSAM summer road trip. Yeah, all good things have to come to an end. So definitely keep your eyes out in our next video for the very last summer road trip. And you know where it is? Oh yeah, we ended our road trip where it began, right here in Scranton, our hometown. It's been a while since we did a little, here's our hometown kind of video. I think like over 2 years actually, and we still get requests for it. So I thought it would be really nice to end our summer road trip right here in Scranton. So that'll be out a little later this week, okay? And I guess that's all she wrote. So thank you so much for spending your time with me tonight. It does mean the world to me. Definitely hit that subscribe button, okay? And also give a little tickle to that notification bell so you know when we have a new video coming out, all right? All of our contact information is right down below. That would be our P.O. box, our email address. If you have any questions on anything we did tonight and to enter our giveaway, definitely shoot us an email, okay? Check us out over on Facebook and Instagram. Oh yeah, I will post the recipes and the DIY over there. I know I'm a little bit behind. I still haven't posted the soup recipes from last week, right? So it looks like you're gonna have a bunch of soup recipes all at once. All right, well, thank you again, everybody. Help me in saying goodbye to summer, okay? 1, 2, 3. Goodbye, summer! All right, ciao, everybody. I'll see you next time. Mwah! Oh.